Word, this nigga in the urban community for real, for real. He ain't no suburb nigga. Niggas gonna be like, I fuck with that. Niggas downtown with this shit, bro. Stop playing with me, bro. Let me put the shades on, bro. I'm not playing with niggas. Let me talk my shit today. Alright, boom. Punch me in, gang. Punch me the fucking... Yeah, fuck what anybody else got going on right now. Even though I don't mean that. Yo. What's good with it? Viewers, audience, people from across the nations, the world, countries, cities, galaxies, universes, wherever you from, my boy. Wherever y'all from, what's up? I hope life is well. I hope life is well. You probably like this long ass intro. This is not why I clicked on it, but I just want to be genuine and say that I hope all is well. But now let's get into it though. Welcome back to the Get Right Podcast. Niggas probably like, hey yo, but welcome back to the Get Right Podcast though. I don't even know if I'm gonna keep that, but I guess we gonna see. If I keep it, fuck it. Welcome back though. We on episode 15. Niggas probably thought I'm at 6. Had I episode 15 though. 15. You know what we gonna talk about today? Man, welcome back to the Get Right Podcast, where I get right, you possibly getting right as well, or you not, and we just talk about some get right stuff as a collective or individual, things that, you know, help us elevate in life, you know, just some things that help us open our mind up a little more to reality. Anywho's, you feel me though? Like, and diving into that, me, myself, Mr. From the Rock, I'm gonna make it. I'm an individual who has a lot of thoughts, ideas, and revelations, specifically surrounding this society we live in and this reality we live in. Heavy on the reality, heavy on the quotations around reality we live in this society we call a democracy, this country we call a democracy that we live in. You feel me? And then a lot of those thoughts and ideas and revelations honestly just consist of, you know, things surrounding that. It could be something as small as going outside and seeing a dead animal or trash on the ground, and it's like, damn, why it gotta be like this? Or big ass to Jeffrey, big to where it's Jeffrey Epstein getting caught with the trafficking. You feel me? Damn, why it gotta be like this? So, and it ranges in between that. I have a lot of revelations just on life and experiences and what really be going on. And then, you know how you in a relationship, you try and put 2 and 2 together to see if they cheating. That's what just be going on in my head, which is life. You feel me? Like, when it comes to this presidency and this democracy and this government system we got, bro, the same government system that'll tell you it requires 60 minutes of physical education, right? The president can't even do you 10 push-ups. Bro, I never seen a president do 10 push-ups in my life. But a motherfucker telling you, you gotta go to school and do 60 minutes of physical education. Nigga, let me see you do that. How you gonna run a country and say citizens need to be doing that, but we never seen them do that? We don't even know if they're physically capable of doing that. Motherfuckers are 60, 70, 80 years old. And there's people, don't mind you, don't get me wrong, there's people that age capable of doing that. Where are those candidates? That's who I'm trying to vote for. Like, if we being real, that's who I'm trying to vote for. This probably gonna be a Why do we choose to vote for candidates that we see are not valid? Part 2 video. This is probably going to be a what is wrong with the world video. This is probably going to be a we are so comfortably oppressed as slaves in today's society that we don't even realize these niggas literally came up with the rules. Their ancestors came up with the rules. We were born into this motherfucker and ran with it. And just ran with it. The most we did to fight back was slavery and MLK. But then it's like you look at today's society, niggas got comfortable after the integration, and now look at us. Bro, now look at us. Niggas might be like, what? Look at us. What you mean? When I say look at us, people that look like me. And you know what? It's so man. It's so messed up to the point it's not even people who just look like me. It's every race on this planet. It's every ethnicity on this planet that's experiencing some type of injustice and inequalities in their government system or just in life in general. Like, you feel me? Damn near 90% of people can say they had a bad childhood. Why should there be any child saying they had a bad childhood? Why should there be anybody going through PTSD? Where are our standards? This video might be titled, "We have lowered our standards so much as a society is that we'll watch a documentary on a serial killer and rate that shit." This video might be titled, "We have lost our standards so much as a society is that we allow homeless people to exist." When you go into a gated community, right? They have standards, my nigga. You can't get in there unless you're worth a certain amount. You won't go into no gated community and see a homeless person. That community has a standard of living. Nigga, you can't survive here. Nigga, we live here. Ain't no surviving here, nigga. So as a standard, as a country, we have lost that standard. We are so desensitized, we'll go outside, watch niggas murder each other, and be like, that's life. And be like, life ain't fair. Bro, what? Nigga, what? Bro, that's like the most ridiculous. Like, bro, this shit don't make sense to me. It's like, all throughout my life growing up, I always questioned how life is the way it is. Why are we paying bills? How is the government telling us we have to pay bills? On top of that, who was the motherfuckers who came up with this rule? And who are the motherfuckers who sat down on the other end and accepted these rules? Like, I'm in middle school, elementary school thinking about this shit. I'm in class thinking, yo, how is this teacher supposed to be teaching 30 different students who are different races, who come from different cultures, who talk different, who dress different, eat different things? Some of them don't even know who they are. The teacher is a completely different race from the students. What does this teacher know? This teacher is getting paid to do this. So how much is how many teachers exist without it being a 9 to 5? Like, if a teacher not getting paid to teach, how many teachers are there in the community? Like, when I talk about standards, and I say standards, y'all, I mean simply, as an individual, you may have standards of what you do in life. Right? Right? And let me break that down for you. What I mean by that is, you may know what your goals is in life, or what you need to buy, what you want, and you need to make money for that, right? And you cool with working 9 to 5. Or you could be a gangster, and your standard could be you so in the streets, making money in a trap, making money off flips and stuff, right? You so making money off a 9 to 5 that your standard is you not getting a 9 to 5 to make money. That's your standard. Or somebody else's standard, this could be, well, I wouldn't mind working a 9 to 5, but this specific 9 to 5, that's below me. I can't do that. That's my standard. If I can't do that. That's my standard. I can't work this. I can't do that. I can't eat this. I can't eat that. I can't smoke this. I can't drink that. I have a standard. You feel me? So when I say standards are like boundaries we have for ourselves. It's like a boundary. It's like a line you don't cross that you determined for yourself. Or for the government in the United States, the standards of our country would be what? Well, like when it comes to sports and the Olympics, we're like the number one athletes, right? That's like standards. If you watch the recent Team USA basketball, the shit on Netflix, they little documentary. I forgot what it's, I think it's something gold. But it's basically like a documentary of the basketball Team USA, Curry, Kevin, KD, LeBron, Team USA and Olympic team. And Steve Kerr was the coach. And basically the standard for that was, like, you're supposed to win as Team USA basketball team. Like him being as the main coach, the head coach for Team USA going into the Olympics, this nigga said damn near the standards he didn't say this specifically, but this is how I'm interpreting it. Basically, the standards was every coach before him is like, if you lose with Team USA in the Olympics, you're just a terrible coach. So the standards is that since Team USA is such talented and great players versus the rest of the world, it should be an automatic win. That means you're just a terrible coach. You shouldn't even have to do much coaching, my nigga. These are such good players. You just gotta make sure their chemistry good and they line up good and who to put with who and boom, boom, boom. So that's a standard. You feel me? If a terrorist, a nigga from another country come into this country, hence 9/11, do some terrorist act, the standard is retaliation. You feel me? And it's like, when it comes to its citizens, though, this country ain't got no standards for us. The only standards the United States of America has for its citizens is for us to be its property. Literally. Look it up. Look up what a birth certificate and a social security means and what it means to be sovereign and to have your sovereignty. Just look into that. That's all I'm asking. You ain't got to. But if you want to know what I mean when I say that they have no standards for a citizen, and that the only standards they have for us is to be their property, be their slaves, be their employees, be their workers. This is proven facts from our social security cards and the birth certificates we are given at the hospital. This is something you can't deny. This is how they view us. They don't give a single crap about us. And people may know this and still don't care. I'm probably like, his ass ain't hit the L yet. No cap. No cap. Let me hit this bit real quick before I get back to talking. Yeah, that talk. Hold on, gang. Beautiful day out. I can't even lie. Beautiful day outside. Man. It was just 50 degrees on Monday, y'all. And then like 60 on Tuesday. Bro, right Wednesday it went back to 30 degrees. And I was back at 50. Let me know if you're from a different city outside of Rochester and your weather bipolar too. Because I know this ain't just Rochester. Because I be on TikTok, motherfuckers be from a whole nother city. Damn, this weather, mad bipolar. Niggas be in Buffalo and Syracuse saying this shit whole time. But I get that. Buffalo, you feel me? We damn near neighbors. But let me find out niggas across the country. You know what? It's snowing down south. What am I saying? It was snowing in Texas last year. What are we talking about? What are we saying? I think beginning of this year too. Then they got the fires in LA. I'm already knowing this. Like, I just be needing that confirmation sometimes. You feel me? But that's part of our problem. When we need that confirmation, if you was the only nigga to exist in the world, who you gonna ask for the confirmation? God or yourself? Does God exist if you're the only person to exist? You know why God doesn't exist if you're the only person to exist? Because there's nobody to tell you about this entity. So you have to figure that out. If this you have to create that idea that there's a fucking entity in your own head. You have to create that. Because you're the only being that exists on the planet. So without all these other people that existed before you came into the world telling you this is what society is, without that, nigga, who are you? What type of person are you when you are by yourself? What type of person are you when you are alone, when nobody's watching? Do you do the right thing? Do you do what is true to you? Man, oh man. When I talk about standards, man, bro, like, let's really get into the nitty gritty, bro. Like, bro, let's talk about this judicial system. They say the government is three. I done forgot the names. I got this other eye glizzy that I could look this shit up. Quite frankly, I don't even care to look it up. Judicial and the two other names. I think it's legislative and something that start with an E that I don't honestly care. Because that's the problem in the first place. These niggas that teach us in school, these three government systems that make a democracy, right? And these same people that's running these systems are fucking over the citizens, are keeping the citizens in poverty, are putting the citizens in slavery, are poisoning its citizens, locking up its citizens, prison guards beating up the citizens, and killing these citizens. And we all sit down and don't come together and do nothing about it. Majority of people live in a comfortably oppressed society. We get born into a world and get raised into a school system that teaches us founding fathers made these laws and rules in the 1700s. Motherfuckers done died off and we're still living it. Why? Why are we putting up with this shit? Why are we living up to these laws? I don't get it. I just don't get it. Only thing that makes sense is that y'all afraid, but it don't make sense because I'm not afraid. So it honestly doesn't make sense to me. So y'all worried about y'all kids, y'all worried about y'all bills, y'all worried about yourselves. Niggas might die in the process, so what? They died in the process building this system to corrupt us. But if they kept thinking about, bro, you know what's crazy? Like, bro, if they thought about the way we're thinking of starting a revolution, the way they built this system to take over and rule the world, the way they're doing it, the way these Jewish people are ruling the world, bro, these niggas is being mass incarcerated by fucking Hitler, and now they're running the world. How the fuck does that make sense? Like, what the fuck? Nigga, this is like 100, 200 years ago. And we in slavery, and we can't even, all we get is a MLK and Malcolm X, Rashad Jamal, Yaki Awaken, 19 Keys, Malachi Z. York. And these little communities that we, little bit of individuals doing what they gotta do, doing what they doing. I want to say what they gotta do, choosing to do what they do. I'm choosing to turn this camera on and talk to y'all 20 minutes, 37, 38, 39, 40 seconds in, episode 15 on this Get Right podcast. Episode 15. Bro, this is a choice. Nobody's forcing me to get on this phone and speak what I'm speaking. This is a choice. Somebody could have said, put the idea into my head. Nobody's putting a gun to my head. Nobody has me in chains. Nobody's beating me up. Ain't nobody, yo, do this podcast or else. Make this video or else. No, I'm telling myself, yo, do this or else that's your ass. I'm holding myself accountable to do what I'm doing and to be consistent on that. Because if I'm not, who is? God? God can only do so much if the individual not doing what it's doing for itself. Hence these religions. And these atheists. You're only an atheist because there's been a society of religions that's been, what's the word? Disrespecting the image of God for centuries, that it ruins your idea and the image of God for you. So you don't know what God is. You don't know what that is. So now you're an atheist. But if you were the only person to exist, that term atheist wouldn't even exist. So out of the strength of you believing God doesn't exist is only because Christianity exists, Muslims exist, Jewish people exist, Israelites exist. All these religions exist that falsify the true entity and energy of the one true consciousness of God. So you don't believe in God because of the traumatic experiences you might have with people who preach of God. You may be an atheist because you simply just can't find the answers. All these religions is not doing it. But you probably simply can't find the answers because you can't take the time to actually use your own logic and your own experiences and use those as your evidence and as your reasoning. Because you'll never actually see, like, as long as you call yourself an atheist, and the only reason you're an atheist is because of these religions, and you never looked into other sources of how people talk about God, then that's on you. But if you listen to how people are labeled a spiritualist, a person who just being themselves naturally talk about God, your perspective will probably be completely different. But when you listen to a nigga in the White House, a motherfucker judge, a motherfucker who's swearing to the Bible, saying they're going to protect the civilians, go out and kill a George Floyd, how the fuck can you believe in God, right? How the fuck can God exist, right? Right? When the same motherfuckers who's saying we should be Christianity is these government people killing its own people, slaving its own people, taxing its own people, murdering its own people, locking up its own people. It's like punishment is one thing, but when you in jail getting dehumanized, come on now. End of the day, we're humans who make mistakes. End of the day, when you live under a system to where you can be completely innocent under a law system and the people who are supposed to be protecting you are bothering you. And now you got a court date, right? Now you gotta show up to court to a person whose 9-to-5 job is to determine almost 50 people a day if they're going to jail or not. That's their job. They don't even care about who you are. That is their job. Do you comprehend what I'm saying? They get paid to say, okay, you are on house arrest. Okay, you get 20 years. Okay, you're free of charge. Go pay this fee. Okay, you got to do community service. Nigga, you're never getting out of prison. You got life. Nigga, behead this nigga. Nigga, who is you? How do you get required to judge somebody but live under a system of God to where only God can judge? Bro, what? Come on now, bro. But that shit just blew my mind. Saying that shit, bro. What? How, bro? How is the judge God? The judge must be God or something. And when you think about it, the judge got the most power in society. Now that I think about it, the president don't got them. No, it's the judges, bro. It's the judges. Them niggas determine everything and anything. This nigga's a Trump, is a felon. 30 plus charges, bro. What judge is holding him accountable? What Supreme Court judge? Who's holding him accountable? But let you run a red light and you comply with the officers, and the officers want to be dickheads and do all this extra shit, and now all of a sudden it's resisting arrest. All of a sudden you're harassing them. You feel me? All of a sudden they turn the tables on you somehow, and you just did some little small minor shit, and you was working with them, and it's all on body cam footage, right? But you go to a judge who's reading a little paper from the officers, right? They're not investigating the situation. No, this is not an investigation. Your little situation of police brutality is not an investigation in court. You're just another human being going to court, getting told you're about to go here or there by a person whose job is getting paid to do that. You're not important, like, to these people at all. Like, do y'all comprehend what I'm saying? They do not what Michael Jackson said. Michael Jackson said it best. All I want to say is they don't really care about us. Like, come on now. They don't. Like, that is the judge's job. They're not investigating none of these situations. They read the police report and go off the police report. Like, if you ever been to court, nigga, how fast is they getting through them people? Because if they actually investigated every situation, like I said, if you ever been to court, you see the amount of people they got to go through in a day. I'm like, how do they even get through all these people in a day? How? Like, that list is like beyond me. And then you in court. Then you see how they just, it's like an office job, bro. I promise you, court is like an office job, bro. I promise you, these judges treat us like it's an office job. And then somebody may be watching this and be like, good, they're criminals anyways. They deserve that treatment. Boom, boom, boom. And that's where the ignorance come into play. Because these people have no knowledge of any of these individual situations. So where people are completely innocent, dying in the hands of officers, which there are plenty cases of. George Floyd, Mark Zimmerman, Trayvon Martin, the list goes on. So it's not like we hear this news and we're surprised. No, we're desensitized and we don't have any standards for our community, don't have any standards for our police, don't have any standards for our law enforcement, don't have any standards for our government to live up to actually what they're supposed to be here doing. We lost all standards for these niggas. That's why they're abusing their power and doing what the fuck they're doing. Because We lost the standards. We don't got no standards for the government. We don't. We allowing these niggas to throw candidates at us and just vote and then be mad at somebody because they didn't vote. Nigga, none of these niggas is valid. Nigga, it was a felon or a person who had Megan Thee Stallion and Glorilla, grown-ass woman, talking about popping a cat at her campaign rally. Those are two options. Nigga, who you want me to vote for? Let's be real. A felon gotta struggle to get a job, but a nigga could be president. Bro, we done lost all standards. That is the problem. We no longer have standards for our government. We no longer have standards for ourselves. Niggas don't got no self-respect. Bruh, this shit is like, man. Like, I hope the ones who's actually watching this and never heard the standpoint before and are actually able to comprehend what I'm saying and actually understand it and actually get it. The fact that you are born into a world in which rules and laws were already created and just accepted it. You feel me? Like, you didn't get no say in it, bro. You didn't. How does that make you feel? If you cool with that, that's just the difference between you and me. That's why I'm doing what I'm doing now. And that's just what it is. Cause I'm not cool with it. I'm not cool with this. I'm not cool with this shit. I'm not cool. I'm not. I can't let this shit slide. They say it's 8 billion people that exist. Probably 7.5 billion people are letting this shit slide. I have to be one of the one who's not. That's just who I am. Sometimes I feel like I talk with so much emotion and passion that it's good in a way to where y'all can feel me. But it's like, I kind of want to not do it so much because I feel like I get too emotional trying to speak to it. Trying to speak on just logical shit. You feel me? But I just get it's just passion. I'm just passionate about the stuff I speak about when it comes to this. Just like how you're passionate about whatever it is you do, this is what I'm passionate about. You feel me? Like, I'm born in 2003, going to school, just having these thoughts like, you mean to tell me? You mean to tell me? Come on now, bruh. You mean to tell me I'm going to school and motherfuckers talking about slant, sit up like this, do this sign, that means you gotta use the bathroom? Bruh, let's not get into Rochester Prep, bruh. I'm just growing up in a society to where I'm like, you mean to tell me we got this, we got people, bro, you mean to tell me the term conspiracy theories exists? You mean to tell me there are this just group of, there's this community of crazy people, insane people who have these ideas about the government doing the complete opposite of protecting its citizens and being a democracy. Like, the fact that even exists, me growing up and seeing stuff like that or hearing about, oh, stay woke, be woke, open up your eyes. The fact that things like that just exist, it's like you hear that when you're a kid, you feel me? It goes through one ear out the other, but it sticks with you because you see it in TV shows, you see it in cartoons, you see it in movies, you see it in entertainment, you see it in sports, you see it in your community. So it's like little things like that. It just tells me like, bro, why does that even exist? If the government is just this actual democracy it say it's being, it's actually got its best intentions for its citizens. Why is a George Floyd getting killed? Why is I Can't Breathe exist? Why does a Trayvon Martin Supreme Court Mark Zimmerman case exist? How does a Brown versus Board of Education exist? How does a pedophile exist, bro? Like, bro. Bro, it's like, it's so, to me, it's simple. But to the next person, it's life. That's life. Hey man, that's just life. Another nigga dead. Hey man, that's just life. Another child got took. Yeah, that's really not funny. Like, I'm about to cry thinking about that shit. Niggas really be like, that's life. Until it's their child that got took, right? And then it's not life. Until it's their family member being brutalized by the police. It's just not life no more. Until it's them as an individual getting fucked over by these people. It's, oh, I gotta do something. I may not have to retaliate against them, but I gotta do something for myself. I can't let them win. I have to elevate from this experience. You feel me? Whew, son, bussin'. So is this L. In this conversation, for real, I ain't gonna lie, this shit really insane to me, man. Like, man, we really just this shit is crazy, bro. It's like I feel crazy just thinking about this shit, bro. I feel crazy thinking about the billions of people complying with this shit. The billions of American citizens complying with this democracy is where I feel crazy. I can't, what I can't comprehend is how the billions of people actually complying to this shit. That's what I can't comprehend. That's where I'm going crazy. Is how the fuck this shit is actually working. That's what I don't understand. Like, y'all actually, like, yeah, USA. Like, who is the judge? Like, have y'all ever thought about the court system? Have y'all ever thought about the court system? Like, have y'all ever thought about the court system? Okay, I might have hit the cut and leave all my shit here because these niggas loud as a bitch. You know, you about to travel and talk. I ain't about to play with niggas. I guess I coincidentally picked the wrong spot today, huh? I guess I coincidentally picked the wrong spot. But I'm not gonna let that stop me. I'm not gonna let that end my video because I got more shit to say. I don't care if I'm only 49 minutes in. I got more shit to say. I don't care if I'm 49 minutes. I said 49. I meant 39, y'all. 39. I don't care if I'm already 40 minutes in. I'm not done. I'm not done, y'all. Once again, what I can't fathom is the amount of people that's actually complying to this system. Oh yeah, it's mad more silent over here for some reason. But I'm gonna hit the cut anyways. I'm gonna walk and talk. Last time I did this, my vid kept cutting off. So I'm gonna angle it right. Ain't no vid about to cut off. But I just can't fathom it. Like, but then when I go outside and just walk and see the people outside in the community, it's like, wow. These are them people. That's just complying. Like, fuck it. Like, you feel me though? It's like you just see these people. And it's like, man. Man, oh man. But what was I saying though before I allowed that? The court system. Like, have y'all ever thought about that? Like, just personally asking. If you have, please comment below and let me know. Because I'm curious. Like, how can you be a judge? How can you get a job as a judge? What kind of requirements allow you to be a judge, my nigga? What the fuck type shit is that? How the fuck do you... what makes you fit to say you're going to prison and you're not? Man, I don't get it. I don't get it. How does that make sense to y'all? Please tell me how. I can get to where it's like we're such a big community of people and it's such a big society that of course you need multiple people to run it. You need a whole community of people to run billions of people or to help lead and guide. But how do you make someone fit and to be a process of a judge? Like, you know how they ask you when we kids, what y'all want to be when y'all grow up? I've never heard anyone say in my life, I want to be a judge when I grow up. I've never heard anybody say that. Have you? Have you? I've never heard anybody say that. So where do they even find these people? Where do they find these people with the right requirements to be able to tell a person how many years they're getting in prison? How the fuck are you required? Well, how do you make the requirements? How, Sway? How do you fit the standards of a judge? How the fuck can I apply to be a judge? How, like, you feel me? Like, I couldn't look this up once again on my other iGlizzy. But currently, I don't care to do that at the moment. It's a rhetorical question. It's something y'all need to do. It's something I'm gonna do on my own time. But when I feel like it in videos, I will do that. Because I know a lot of motherfuckers like us are lazy and won't ever do it. But it's a rhetorical question to say. It's like, the odds of you applying for a judge and getting the job, you probably got better chances of making a league, my nigga. Like, that's what I'm trying to say. And I kind of want to put that to the test and run for both. Let me see if I can make the NBA or the NFL, or I can be a judge. Which one I got better chances at? You feel me? But it's like, which one y'all think we got a better chance at making? And be real. Let's honestly be real. You think they gonna let a nigga like me be a city court judge? Cause I got the most votes? Man, I'm letting that come on now, bro. I ain't gonna say I'm like that. Nah, I ain't even gonna tell niggas what I would do. I ain't even gonna spill the beans on what it is I would do. I ain't even gonna spill the beans, gang. I ain't even gonna spill the beans. But it's like, what makes you fit? Like, you feel me? Who is you? Who is you to judge me? Can nobody judge us but God, right? Right? Can nobody judge us but God, right? So how the fuck can a nigga's 9 to 5 be a judge? So at that point, any Christian tell me that, I'm gonna come and be like, okay, our society is built on Christianity. Yet we got niggas 9 to 5. Who is that? Who's judges? They're judges. So what do you tell to them niggas? God gave them that? Like, no, nigga. Niggas in the White House gave them that. Niggas got the most votes. Like, how the fuck is Mayor Lovely Warren? Her husband got caught trafficking drugs, right? Right? Now she running for city court mayor. I don't know if she won or she was running. But it's like the fact that she's even running and even eligible to run after that scandal her and her peoples got caught up in? Bro, come on, bro. This is what I mean by standards. But let you be, oh my God. Let you be a regular civilian, right? And they catch you with 30 pounds of Zah in the V, right? They catch you with 30 pounds of Zah, 30 pounds of coke, 30 pounds of pills, 30 pounds of crack. That's your ass. That's your ass. That's your ass, right? But who holds these people accountable? All right, so boom. All right, we valid, we straight. It kind of just did a little earthy, but we still here nonetheless. We still here. So boom, right? I wasn't done. I wasn't done, y'all. I wasn't done. You feel me? Let it be me, right? I get caught with pounds of drugs, right? That's jail time. That's jail time. Let me be me. I kill somebody, right? That's jail time. Let it be me. Be a pedophile, molester, any of this shit. Any type of big ass crime. Your average citizen. That's jail time. Jail time. Years, right? Niggas might never see daylight again. Niggas is fucked up. And then let's not talk about the things these people are doing to these citizens in prison. You feel me? So boom, right? So as an average citizen, we get held accountable by our actions, by these law enforcers. But when the law enforcers become the average citizen committing the crime, who is holding them accountable? Who holding them accountable? Nobody is holding them accountable. And that is our problem. That's been our problem. That's been the problem. That's not even the problem. Like, that's just one of the problems. I gotta stop saying the problem. No, that's just one of many problems. This is just one of many problems. Is that we no longer hold these government officials accountable for their wrongdoings. We no longer hold these law officers accountable for harassing us. This is what I mean by these niggas came up with this shit and we complied to it. Like, bro, they get to harass us and abuse us, then fuck around, flip the script, and we gotta go to court. And our charges is harassment, resisting arrest, and assault. Like, bro, come on now, bro. That's like, it's the most fucked up shit I've ever seen. They literally have the power to just do it. Why? Because they can. And because we're going to not do nothing about it. We're not doing anything. It's like we are, but are we? Like, are we really? Like, what the fuck, bro? Like, these niggas need to get gone. I'm not saying we need to kill and mass murder these niggas. No, I'm saying we need to put a stand up to this government. It could be as simple, we all pull up to the White House and protest and demand some real government. Demand some real leaders. As simple as that. That's all we got to do is come together and demand some real leadership for the American citizens. That's it. That's it. Once we do that, what they going to do? They either going to comply and be like, let's hit them out. Or they going to do us like they do every other niggas with the protests, throw us in jail. Or they going to kill us. So it's like, for that one option for them to comply, you feel me? You sacrifice them other two as well. And people are afraid of those other two. Niggas are scared to go and stand up for what they believe in because of the consequence. I might go to jail. I might go to prison. Niggas might kill me. And we all die in this motherfucker anyways. So at that point, you're just afraid to die regardless. Because how can we be afraid to stand up to the government, right? But we got ops. Niggas could stand up to their ops though, right? We could stand up to the ops, but we can't stand up to the government gang. But the ops is pussy and you not? How the ops pussy and you not? You got the balls to be tough with your ops.
Oh, okay.
But
sorry.
You good. But when the government there, where's the toughness at? The government pull up to Rochester and say, this bitch on lockdown. What we gonna do? All the gangsters in the city gonna rally up? I would hope so. I would hope fucking so. I would hope everyone who has a weapon would rally up and do something. If not, there you have it. What are you even gangster for, my nigga? What the fuck you got the Glock for then? You only got a op because the government made him your op. The government got you, these people got you hating yourself so much, we killing each other. We look in the mirror, we gotta add attachments to ourselves. We can't accept how we naturally look. We gotta look in the mirror and do mad extra stuff to add something to ourselves to make us love ourselves more. Instead of just love who we naturally born are to be. Instead of being able to look in that mirror and love the person off the wake up. Being able to love that person before they get that haircut. Before they put that shit on. Before niggas put that shit on. Being able to love yourself before you put that shit on. For people who don't know what that means like a nice outfit. Yeah, maybe like the youngins might be laughing, but it's a lot of older people that watch my videos that probably don't know what that means. So yeah, to put that shit on, that's that drip. That's what the youngins mean nowadays. It's a nice outfit. You feel me? Sometimes we feel like we need to look nice. We gotta dress nice, a nice outfit. And we won't love ourselves until we have on a nice outfit. You feel me? And that's just one thing of many of how they got us to hate ourselves and not love ourselves, and hate each other and not love each other. Because if we didn't live under this democracy, how much different would life be? If we lived in a society where we were taught the education system in a way to where we know the law system as well, they taught us the law system, meaning lawyers don't even exist, my nigga, because everybody's their own lawyer. Because you were taught that in school. You were taught the laws in school. So lawyers don't exist. Being a 9 to 5 as a lawyer, that's out the window, my nigga. That's not a job. Nigga, everybody's their own lawyer. Because we were taught the shit lawyers are taught about as kids in elementary. Because these motherfuckers put us in a system that, okay, if you do this, you need to know this. Even if you don't do this, if you ever go here, you need to know this. Like, simple. How much different would life be? How much less crime would there be? Like, come on now. FTR. See, man, where I'm from, Rochester, New York, it feels like it's so hard for a community to just come together and do something positive. But it's like you see so many examples of it. It's like, okay, it's not difficult, right? It's not hard, because that happens a lot in this city, whether you may see it or not. I done seen it for myself. I done seen a lot of different people, I won't say a lot, but just different communities of people just come together in their own ways and do something positive. But it's like, where I see it lacking is the leadership. It's like everyone has the same idea. A lot of people are thinking what I'm thinking. And, could come together on this stuff. But when do we actually come together on this stuff? It's good for us to come together about something positive in a community. But when are we going to come together to make sure this positive things are able to continue to happen? Hence, anything that's going to stop this needs to be taken care of. Hence, the government. Because it's cool. We can do our own little thing, do our own little community. But now we're just a bunch of people all in one spot. Yup, come pull up. We are right here. You ain't gotta go find us. End of the day, there's still a problem, whether they're in our community or not. I'm not saying we have to kill them. I'm saying these oppressors need to learn their lesson. Like, you feel me? They need to learn to stop oppressing us. Simple. In somebody's eyes, that could be killing them. How they gonna learn if they dead, though? So that's not my perspective. That's not. But for them to think they about to still be in power and keep this shit up while I'm here and not do nothing about it while I'm here, man, oh man. Kobe died 3 days just before his court date when he was finna sue a big pharma company for his medicines and for putting an ingredient in it that was poisoning the people that it was serving. And he died 3 days just before the court date of that. He was going against that company, taking their ad to court about that. That's one example out of many of people who are trying to take a stand to these oppressors, yet these oppressors got to them. before they could. But they did enough work. I won't even say work, because that makes it sound like a chore and shit. They did enough grit to where people noticed and caught on to what he was doing. People noticed and caught on to what they were doing. And they're like, okay, I see what's going on. Then they put it in movies, they put it in cartoons, they put it in TV shows, and it becomes just entertainment. Like, niggas is not real life dying about this shit. Like, kids is not real life getting taken every day. Like, people aren't going missing every day. Somebody dying every day. Somebody getting poisoned every day. And we have made that become the normal and say that's life. That's where I'm like, okay. It may be life for y'all, but for me, I can't accept that. I have to do something. Whether it be this podcast, whether it be my music, whether it be my immolations, whether it be networking. I just gotta do something. To do nothing, say nothing about it at all, though, is like, what's the point of even having a thought? Because I'm going to feel like that all my life and do nothing about it and still be under that same system and do nothing about it. So at that point, I'm just a complainer and a loser and a comfortably oppressed person. Because I know they're oppressing me, but I ain't do nothing about it. Bro. Like, the laughter is just the irony, bro. That shit is so ironic and hilarious. It's like I can never hate on another person who looks like me when their government exists. Like, you can never get under my skin when the government exists. Like, I could never have beef. I could never have a grudge with another person when the government exists. And they oppressing and doing it. Like, you are far beyond any problem that I have right now. Like, I can never be mad at anybody that looks like me. Even if they don't look like me. I can never be mad at you about anything you do. Not saying nothing won't be done, but to get in my feelings and emotions and cry and bitch about it, when niggas try to mentally slave me, it's like, niggas got bigger fish to fry. Just heard my little brother say that last night. Got bigger fish to fry. Bro really a character, bro. Bro be saying all the movie sayings and shit. Swear to God. Niggas got bigger fish to fry, bro. Word. Shout out, lil' bro. No cap. Shout out, lil' bro. No cap. But word, though. Niggas got bigger fish to fry, though. No cap, though. So it's like, I could sit here and worry about what people in the community and people who I went to school with, or people who are around my age, who look like me, live under the same government, who are trying to oppress all of us. You know, I can't look at them and be like, damn, niggas this, niggas that, niggas that. But it's like, bro, they're not the problem. They are not the problem at all. No. It's like, to an extent, you ain't want to see, as an individual, they're making the choices as no. It's the fact that they were born into a society to where they can't even be aware. Like, end of the day, if you put these same people into a society where it's completely different and the government has their best intentions, that's when it becomes an individual problem. That's when you have to look at individuals in a community. Okay, what's up with you? What's up with you? What's up with you? We've been doing everything. The government's been doing everything in its power. The mayor, the president's been doing everything in its power to make sure you and your family is straight, to make sure this community is straight, to make sure this country is straight. What's going on? So at that point, as the individual, you feel me? Yeah. As an individual, that's them. That's that person as an individual. But it's like when you live in this government, to point the blame finger ain't gonna get nobody nowhere. It's none of our fault when we're living under the same government. I can't have no problem with you when I live under the same government under you. I just can't. That leaves me no room to do anything. That leaves me no energy to do anything. Like literally, bruh. Leaves me no energy at all. Got bigger fish to fry. Not saying I'm just walk around and let niggas walk over me, because if I'm not gonna let the government do that, what makes you think I'm gonna let people in the community do that? You feel me? No cap. Why are we born into a world, into a government system that has created a system of laws built on to oppress the average citizen and comply with it? Why? 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 It's like we think we can't do nothing until you realize how many average citizens there are in this country and how many government officials there are and how much we outnumber these niggas. And it's like, okay, niggas is 1,000,000 against one, damn near. Literally, 1,000,000 of us against one of them. Honestly, that's how slavery worked. That's how not just every, nigga, any and every revolution in history you ever learned about has happened. One person to the next, to the next, to the next, to the next. Then they all got involved, and then they outnumbered them and won. How do you think they even built this country from Great Britain, separating from Europe? Like, we're even taught that. Like that shit is even crazy itself to even think about. These niggas taught us that they revolted and stood up against the British to become America, and here we are in America allowing these motherfuckers to just run our lives when they done taught us the blueprints how to start a revolution. Like, bruh, now usually this is like, it's a slap in the face to us. Like, they're literally at their headquarters laughing right now. I don't think y'all understand, bro. Like these fucking idiots, ha ha ha. That's how I be laughing so much, because it's like, bruh, it's so funny, because it really just is. It's like, damn, these niggas just, damn, bruh. Niggas got us like, man, Man, it's like niggas really got us. Niggas really got us. So are we gonna do something? Like, no cap. Niggas really taught us the blueprints of every revolution in history. And yet we still haven't started a revolution for America. Insane game. At this point, if you're an American citizen who was raised in this country and went to a school, how many of y'all have this knowledge of these revolutions? Bruh, come on, bruh. Probably millions of people, bro. Millions of people have been given a blueprint on how to start a revolution. Hardly any of us are using it. But we all feel like something ain't right in this society. We all feel like something ain't right. It be like that, I guess. Get Right Podcast, episode 15. It's your host, From the Rock. I'm gonna make it. Hope y'all doing well. Why do we continue to vote for these invalid candidates? Why do we continue to allow these so-called judges to judge us when only God can judge us? FTR Igma out.